century ago, Bexley's story was just beginning. The communities of Bullitt Park and Pleasant Ridge had just combined. Our now beloved neighborhoods were being platted, and Bexley's first high school class had just graduated. A century ago, Bexley's foundation was being laid. Today, we are caretakers of a legacy, preserving the things about this community that make Bexley so much more than just a place on a map, while embracing the opportunity to shape our next 100 years. The legacy of the Bexley community is really being a community of purpose, a community that was put together with a very unique history between a place of learning with the Capital University, the Lutheran village around it, and then of course entrepreneurs and industrialists from Columbus's past coming together to create this very special place.
One Bexley is critical to our success. One Bexley fits exactly who we are as a community. We want to make sure that everybody in Bexley, whether you live in Bexley or you're visiting Bexley, that you feel a sense of belonging and that you feel welcomed. And One Bexley provides that opportunity for us to work as the city, the libraries, and the schools to continue that foundation of growth for our community, and I'm really thankful for our partners.
One thing I appreciate so much about Bexley is they value education, they value learning, and there's a lot of curiosity. We are all working for the same purpose, which is to make Bexley better, to empower the citizens of Bexley to have the best life they can have. So working together allows us to be more strategic. We've laid the groundwork to build on these relationships to further all of our missions to have the best of the best for the community.
I absolutely love the people. My family was new 4 years ago, and from day one we've been loved, we've been shown compassion and understanding. I always call the Bexley community the trifecta of success. We have students that come to us like sponges, eager and ready to learn. We have amazing staff, the best in the business, that provide a rigorous, loving, caring, supportive environment. And then we've got that third factor, which is really important. Our families and our community and the support that they continue to show us makes this a really unique place. To maintain the strong legacy, it doesn't happen overnight. And I'm really proud of the foundation that was set before us. We stand on the shoulders of those that came before us, and that tradition of excellence has to continue. And we do that through a really robust, community-driven strategic planning process. Our mission statement is to learn with curiosity, demonstrate kindness, and embrace equity. And that is the DNA. And everything that we do, we model that, and it allows us to make sure that that excellence continues.
While we're preserving our legacy, we're constantly updating and in motion. We're reimagining spaces and the ways that we interact with our environment. I think it's vital to have a consensus-built plan to shape the future of our community. We have such limited resources in terms of our land, our space, that it's so important for us to be really precise about what we intend to do. Land use strategy sets a stage. It provides a consensus from the community to move forward in development. And knowing that you have the support of the residents and elected officials and having a common shared vision, that's a powerful thing. Personally, I love a good checklist. So it creates for me a template for what do I need to be working on over the coming years, and how can we help to build consensus around some of these really bold, energizing ideas. My dream is that Main Street continues to be a masterclass in urban planning. We are being really purposeful about the improvements we're making, and we have this very long-term lens as we start to shape the community even more in the image of, I think, what residents want to see it be.
We've partnered with our neighbors, Tora Emmett and the city, to redo the front of the library and put in an outdoor reading room that will provide space for outside story time, performances, poetry, jazz. We're going to have books that you can check out outside, cafe tables and chairs so that you can go to one of the many delicious shops here on Main Street and have lunch, and that we can just be a welcoming space from the sidewalk. I think any good library should be reflective and responsive to the community. So anyone that comes through the door should be able to see themselves in the library and find the tools that they need, because we're responding to their requests and needs. And so our goal is to try to figure out what is it that they need that they don't know they need yet, and try to be ahead of the curve. So we're looking at things that will benefit their life, make their life a little easier, that they'll never think that's at the public library. And so they'll come in and use these services that we're working on and thinking about, whether it's book vending machines or lockers that you can pick up your holds up in the north part of Bexley or the south part of Bexley, whether it's a mobile van that can be at all our different events, and a host of other services that we're taking a look at that would be arriving when people need it. in Bexley.
Facilities is a critical conversation for us. On average, our buildings are 84 years of age, some of them over 100 years, and our buildings have served this community really well. But with every passing day, the gap widens in terms of what those buildings were designed for and what our students need today and into the future. So it's really important that we continue to have engagement with our community to design what it is that we want for our students' future. And we're really proud of the community engagement that we've had so far. I think it's a transformational opportunity for our students today and into the next 100 years. We will design this as a community, and I'm excited for what's possible into the future.
Where we are today is hopefully only just scratching the surface of where we're going to be tomorrow, because we're setting the stage not just for the next 100 years of Bexley, but for the hundreds of years to follow after that. It's sometimes hard to imagine what the next 100 years will bring, but to shape our future in a way that we can all be proud of, our community needs
Bright and inspiring young leaders,
Curious lifelong learners,
and compassionate and engaged local and global citizens.
Bexley's past has shaped a legacy that's worth preserving, but our future, that's up to all of us.